Shalom. It's your brother Malcolm from the branch of GMS here in Chicago, giving all praises and glory and honor unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors unto the apostles, the true elders and leaders of all Israel on earth today. And salutations to you Akim out there on the four corners of the earth that are doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking your lives and your freedom to do so. And salutations to the Aqua who are listening and learning. Going to address this pathetic attempt yet again. Esau sent another very unlearned Edomite that they have nothing to stand on because the scriptures and the meaning of the scriptures themselves reveal their lies. Using pseudoscience to try and prove points that are, they try to get around the scriptures by using pseudoscience. They use newspeak. They change the meaning of definitions. They take away from the scriptures. They add to the scriptures, all to try and prove their points. But he came against what he refers to as the black Hebrew Israelites with his in his magazine. And once again, there is no such thing as black people. People are coming in different shades of brown, from a dark chocolate to a very light brown, and people come in different shades of red. And you could just Google red faces and pink faces, and you'll see. All right, people and the people who come that way are, in most cases, those are the biblical Edomites. All right, and then all the rest of the nations are different shades of brown. All right, from light brown to very dark brown, But anyway, Salakia. Damn dog decides he wants to chew on that bone right up under me. Salakia for that. But where was I? But anyway, this guy from the Christian Research Institute, he's no different from Vocab Alone, Dr. James White. You keep sending your so-called scholars. Now I watched a video where they got some guy who we may have to go pay a visit out at Wheaton College here in Chicago, who's a supposedly New Testament biblical expert. What about the whole Bible? Who's saying that the mark of the beast is in the chip. So what this all really boils down to is damage control. This truth is getting out and it's cutting these Edomites. And they're being exposed. That they are the sons of perdition, and that they really are the biblical Edomites, man, and they can't handle it. All right, and it's got them afraid because their time is short. So let's get right into the scriptures. This is Micah chapter 2, verses 12 and 13. And I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of thee, and I will surely gather the remnant of Israel, and I will put them together as the sheep of Basra, as the flock in the midst of their fold. And they shall make a great noise by the reason of the multitude of men. The breaker is come up before them, and they have broken up, and have passed through the gate, and gone out by it. And their king shall pass before them, and their Lord on the head of them. So, Israel got scattered, and they were sold into captivity chiefly by the people of Basra. Basra was a chief city in the land of Edom, Edomite city. And the Lord is going to regather his people. Okay. Next scripture is also in Micah. This is Micah 4, 6 and 7. It said, "And in that day saith Yahweh, I will assemble her that halteth, and I will gather her that is driven out, and her that I have afflicted. And I will make her that halted a remnant, and her that cast far off a strong nation, and the Lord shall reign over them in Mount Zion from henceforth and forever." Okay, now one more scripture. Let's go to Ezekiel 34 and 6. No, actually, let's go to Hosea. But in order for the Israelis and the Edomites that are in the land of Israel to fit the prophecy of the Lord, this would have to have happened. Okay? And meaning that they will be ruling over all the world, and the Lord and their king would be with them. And that's not the case because they're not the people. Okay? This is Ezekiel 34 and 16. It reads, "And I will seek that which was lost, and bring again that which was driven away. And I will bind up that which was broken, and will strengthen that which was sick. But I will destroy the fat and the strong, and I will feed them with judgment." All right, and that's the judgment that's coming among the fat and the strong. And the fat and the strong, meaning like a fat cat, that's talking about the Edomites. They're the wealthiest and most powerful people on earth, especially the Jewish, leading with the Rothschild family and all their constituents. But the Rothschild families, the Rothschilds are the richest people on the face of the earth, man, and they're Jewish. They're Jewish. They're not from the line of Judah, and they know that. And it's an easy thing to all it takes is a little bit of research. But that research and that truth is just too inconvenient for most people to go and seek it out. Let's go to the book of Hosea 3 and 5. So this is Hosea 3 and 5. And afterward, the children of Israel, Salakia, after shall the children of Israel return and seek their Lord power, and seek Yahweh their power, and David their king, and the fear of Yahweh and his goodness in the latter days. And that's exactly what's happening. We're doing that. We're standing in the gates of the noble, all right, professing to the Edomites, all right, that we are the Israelites. Where are the Israeli camps that are going around looking for the 12 tribes? Where are the Israeli camps with the signs? All right, where are the Israeli camps proclaiming their history and showing the atrocities that was done unto them? All right, I've asked this question 1,000 times. Where are the relics of the Israelis going into slavery, naked and in chains, and being shipped to the four corners of the earth? Which is talked about in the chapter of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Because it's funny how these so-called Christians, these Edomite Christians especially, keep wanting to bring up Deuteronomy 28th chapter, and not typically the curses, but more the blessings, or try to say that the Holocaust, no, the Holocaust does not fit the curses in the written in the scriptures, man. Hell, the atrocities that was done here in the Americas was far worse than that. All right. And those were to Israelites, because the Native Americans and the so-called Hispanics, they're Israelites as well. Okay. Also fitting those, because they did go naked into chains on the slave ships. But it's funny how Esau conveniently kept that out of his history books here in America. All right. Because that's not something that's taught in American history. All right. You have to go dig that up. You're not taught that in schools and universities in this country. Maybe in others, but I doubt it. Okay. Next scripture is going to be Jeremiah 31 and 10. So just based off the scriptures we read already, man, the Israelis, the Edomites, the converts, they're not matching up to the scriptures, man. And those things haven't been fulfilled yet. All right. Meaning that the Israelites can't be in the land of Israel. Okay. The Israelis cannot be the people of the Lord. Why? Because they're Edomites. They're no different from the Edomites in Britain, who aren't even the real Brits. Now they're claiming to be, but they're not. All right. But this is Jeremiah 31 and 10. And it reads, "Hear the word of Yahweh, O ye nations, that declare it in the isles afar off, and say, He that scattered Israel will gather him, and keep him as a shepherd doeth his flock." So they still need to be gathered up, man. And that hasn't happened yet. Okay. You get another scripture. This is Ezekiel 36 and 37. All right. 36 and 37. And it reads, "Thus saith Yahweh power, I will yet for this be inquired by the house of Israel to do it for them, and I will increase them with men like a flock." All right, because the sheep of his flock are men. Ezekiel 34 and 31. Okay, they're going to be increased in numbers, and the camps are growing in numbers, man. They're spreading all over the world, man, primarily through GMS, man. Okay, and I'm not saying that GMS are the only, Israelites that, there's some brothers out there who teach a likewise doctrine, but those brothers still learn from the elders of GMS, man. So in essence, whether they have GMS in front of their name or not, they are. If you're teaching the doctrine that you learn from the elders, then you are GMS. And then not only that, the name GMS is a very spiritually and powerful name, man, which actually matches up to exactly what we're doing. The apostle Elder Gabar brought that out, man. All right, how he broke down the word and what it meant, man. And it meant like burden. A millstone grinds and grinds away, man. And that's exactly what great millstone does, man. They grind away in this truth, man. All right. And we're a burden unto the societies where we are, man. We're a burden unto the people by speaking the truth because they don't want to hear the truth because it doesn't benefit them. Okay. Next scripture is Psalms 100. Let's go to the book of Psalms. All right. Well, actually, I'm at Isaiah 41 and never mind. I'm gonna read that one. Let's go where I was gonna go. Could have read that, but that's all right. Go to the book of Psalms 100. And verse 3 through 5. And it reads, Psalms 100, start at verse 3. Know ye that Yahweh, he is power, and that he that made us, and not we ourselves, we are his people, personal pronoun, and the sheep of his pasture. Going back to Ezekiel 34 and 31, all right? And those being the men of the elect, man, mainly the 144,000, man. That's you can go to Revelation, the 7th chapter for that, all right? Verse 4, enter into his gates with thanksgiving and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him and bless his name. For Yahweh is good and his mercy is everlasting and his truth endureth to all generations. And now this truth is coming out, man. All right, because Esau got dominion over the earth and he concealed the truth, man. He threw that veil, that covering veil. I believe that's Isaiah 25. I think it's 25 and 7, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's Isaiah 25 and 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face and the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over the whole nation. So Esau put a veil over the nations, man. That's the main argument with these Edomites who keep scoffing on my channel, man. They're not acknowledging the truth, and they're aware of it. Because if I learned it and found it out, they're aware of it. But they didn't, the Edom is just the devil, and it's in their nature to lie and deceive, man. All right, and they just don't want to admit the truth, but the research proves it. Okay, got a Catholic Bible over there which acknowledges that Josephus is one of his resources, and the Josephus matches up with the Bible, man, and it clearly tells you about Esau and Edom, and then it also tells you in the books of antiquity how the Edomites took on the heritage of the Jews and how they took on the heritage of the Greeks and started calling themselves by those names, man. Okay. With that, I'm gonna stop right there. I don't want to make this lesson too long. I like doing them in shorts, but that was part one of this proving that the Bible is for the Israelites, who are the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right, and that you Edomites are not the people of the Lord, okay? And that those guys at Christian Research Journal, they just yet another lying Edomite, man, being exposed. And I hope this lesson was edifying, and shalom.